everyone. This is Jesus from Hosting Labs, and today we're going to be talking about how to use Loops.so API to send transactional emails from your Power application. Now, transactional emails are not the same as marketing emails that you might know. Marketing emails are emails that you receive from stores and SaaS applications, and they're either educational or they're trying to sell you something. They're sending you those nice offers for Black Friday or the end of the year, or they're trying to educate you on how to use their features. Now, opposite to that, transactional emails are sent in certain situations like when users make a purchase and you send them an invoice, and when the users abandon their cart and you're trying to recover because you're trying to make the sale, right? When they sign up for an account in your site and you send a verification email to make sure that email is actually correct, which, by the way, is the use case that we're going to be building today. Password reset email and account change alerts, those are typical use cases for transactional emails. Now, as you can see, they're completely different use cases than marketing emails. And while they improve the user experience in your application, they're completely different things that they are dedicated for. And while Loops is an up-and-coming service to send transactional emails, and in reality is the one that we will focus on this video, because we have created a plugin to make it super easy to connect the API that Loops provide to your mobile application. It's not the only provider that you can use. As an example, you can service providers who focus on helping send transactional emails like Postmark, SendGrid, MailerSend. Resend is a fairly new one. MailerSend and MailerGun. Those are probably the most popular that you have heard of and that most people use, but there are many others out there that might be as good or perhaps even better for your specific use case. I personally use Loops for both my clients' work and my personal projects that I develop, and that will be the main provider that I will be using for the templates moving forward that I publish on the Board Marketplace. But again, there are many providers out there. They all have the pros and cons. They all have the costs that are associated with them. Do your research and figure out which one is the best for your specific use case. And while we're talking about that, I would like to let you know that for you to be able to do this tutorial, you will need a Loops account. If you still don't have a Loops account, I will invite you to use one of the links down in the description below. I will be honest with you. I might have an affiliate link there. I will provide both the affiliate and the non-affiliate. If you use the affiliate link, it will not cost you anything. It will help me because I will get a little bit of money and then Loop will pay me. Thank you for the referral. It wouldn't cost you extra. It will just help me make more videos for this channel and continue putting the good word out there. But if you don't use that link and you decide to use the non-affiliate link, no hard feelings. It's okay too. But if you may, please consider using the affiliate link if it's down in the description below. And if it's not, hey, no harm, no foul. So here we are on the mobile editor. As you can see, we're on the login page. So we will want to go to the plugins section and we're going to add the plugin. We're going to install the one that was created by me and my company, Hustling Labs. And the main reason why we're installing ours and not the Loops plugin is the one that was created by Loops.so is because I have a feeling that a board plugin will not be their priority. And as I mentioned just a minute ago, I will be using this plugin for clients, for my own projects. I have an incentive to actually keep this updated, even though it's a free plugin. Other than the monetary incentive, this is something that I will be using. So I have more than enough incentive to keep this updated, and I will keep it updated as they release more endpoints or update versioning. So that's why I created my own, and I decided to go with my own one rather than going with the one that they provide. So I will install this. And once it's installed, it will prompt me to, well, it will have the fields to add on the keys. I have added them before, so they're already added. Nothing that I will need to do. Please know that I'm changing these keys. I'm voiding them as soon as I'm done doing this video. Don't try to use it, they won't work. But also keep in mind that this is the key that was provided by Loops. I'll show you how to get it. You go in settings, API. So this is the key that they provided. You have to manually enter the word bearer and space in between. If you don't do that, it's not going to work. So this is the key for the live side, and this is the key for the development side. Exact same one. I don't need to specify between both of them. And we're going to go back here to the design tab. The left side group, I'm going to hide the signing group and show the sign up because that's where we're going to be working for. And I actually want to add them on step 2. So in step 2, when they finish everything, sign up, I'm going to add a brand new action to this workflow. And I would type loops, and we're going to add a contact. So the contact will be the current user email, because they have already created the account on the first step when they click continue. So they're already logged in. The first name, again, current user first name, because they had done that on the first step. Let me show you real quick. So they had done that right here. So by the time they create the account on the first step, that's already created. And we're going to add the current user last name. And the source would be Society Account of the Labs. And the reason why we're adding that source there is because when I created the loop to send a confirmation code, I created a filter. And the filter is that the source contains Societal Labs. So because that's the filter to make sure that it gets sent to the right people, I need to make sure that it gets added there. So we got that. And the user ID will be the current user unique ID. And the verification code will be the current user verification code. And that will need to match later on. I will show you what I mean by that because we're going to test it. Now to create that verification code on the first step when the user sign up. The second step, when the user sign up, are going to calculate a random string. We're actually going to remove that from here. We're going to put it on the first step because we want to make sure that is added at the beginning. So it's 5 characters, only numbers, and that will get emailed out. All right, so we have what we need here. We added the contact. So we're going to test this out and make sure that it works. Let's bring Outlook. So I don't have an account yet. I don't know, told it to come there. Sorry. Let's be at porcelainlabs.com. Send email address. We validated the email. This will be a video that I will be publishing later on, how to validate the password to make sure that everything is correct. But anyways, we're going to click continue. We're not going to save it. We're going to add the job title, which is the only thing that we need. This needs a little bit updating. And it took me to verify my email. The way I verify the email is by entering the code that will be sent to my email address. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that person got added. Yep, he got added there. And we're going to bring the email. And as you can see, I get an email it was design. We're going to copy this, to lower this. I want to go back to the account verification. We're going to paste the code, and we're going to click verify. As long as it matches, okay, yeah, it matched. So it took me to the next screen. We're going to skip this, and it will take me to the home page. A brand new design that will get published soon for the Societal Labs template on the Board Marketplace, social media template. All right, so we get that done. Now for the next step, we're going to use the endpoint to delete the user from your account, from your Loops account. I'm sorry, I was running from your Loops account because the user deactivated the account or whatever the case is. Before we get into the delete and user endpoint setup, I would like to show you how we had set up the send the event. The reason why is because I had already built this, so I didn't want to spend the time rebuilding it. And this is fairly easy. So when we send an event, all we're doing is we're saving the data in the system, in the email system, to know, hey, yeah, this user signed up and it's been verified. That's what it is. Just because later on, I can just go back and be like, hey, send an email to everybody that have the event name sign up, or everybody that have the verified through tag, or everybody that doesn't have a verified through tag. And that way we can try to activate those users that haven't finished the email activation. All right, so now what you were waiting for, we're going to do the deletion for the user. So we're going to edit this workflow. So when the account is deactivated, it's going to delete that user. Reason why is because you don't want to be sending emails to somebody that just deleted the account. You're just wasting time and probably leaving a bad taste in their mouth. So don't do it. At least transactional emails. So we're going to delete this contact, and all we're going to send is the current user email. That's more than enough to delete that contact off the system. We're going to test that out in a moment, but we're going to go back and we're going to add another endpoint, and that endpoint will be to update the user data. We're going to edit this workflow, and we're going to an action to update the contact information. So this will be the email input value. So if they update the email, we want to know. And then this will be first name input. Yep, this one. And this will be the last name input. Again, if they update any of the data, we want to know on the email service. But the user ID, they're not going to update it, so we're going to keep it as the current user unique ID. And that should be good. Now let's do some testing and make sure that we got everything we need. Now bringing everything together, let's go on Loops. As you can see, still the name. This is the user that we had created. So let's change to Loops.so. Save. Let's see, it's changed here, so that's working correctly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to delete this account. We're going to deactivate it. It's working through the process, going back to the login page as it's supposed to do. And yep, the user was removed from here, so we're good to go on that. Everything is working as it's supposed to. There are other endpoints that we have included in the plugin that we just don't have a use case in this specific contest, in this specific project, but that you can use later on. And this brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you spending your time with me, and hopefully this gives you a better idea of what you can accomplish using our fairly new Loops plugin for Bowl.io. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I would be more than happy to address those. But otherwise, it's really been a pleasure. Please, this video, if you don't mind, it helps me reach more people Well, if you like the videos that I produce, please let me know by subscribing to the channel. It helps me achieve my 500 subscribe goal that I have by the end of the year, 1,000, so I can get, and later on 1,000 to get monetized. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I hope that this will help you accomplish your goals, and I will leave all the links down in the comment below, so go and check them out.